Next here is the concept of equilibrium output or GDP. Output and GDP refers to the same thing. GDP is gross domestic product, which means the value of output in the economy, and output here is the same. Clear? So GDP, output, income, these all are synonyms. Clear? So whether we are saying equilibrium output or we are saying equilibrium GDP or equilibrium income, means we are talking about the same thing. So what is an equilibrium output, GDP or income? It refers to that level of output in the economy where AS is equal to AD. Means at that level of output when aggregate supply in the economy is equal to aggregate demand. Aggregate supply means the supply of all goods and services which all the producers in the economy are desire to supply or desire to produce. Clear? And aggregate demand means the expenditure which all the consumers in the economy are desire to spend. Clear? So when both becomes equal at that level of output, then that will be the equilibrium output for us. Clear? In other words, we can also say this, that equilibrium GDP means that level of GDP where what the producer wish to produce or plan to produce, that is AS. What the producer wish to produce is known as aggregate supply, is exactly equal to what the buyers wish to buy. Buyers wish to buy means what the buyers planning to buy or what the buyer desires to spend, and that is equal to aggregate demand. Clear? So equilibrium GDP is that GDP or that level of output where aggregate supply is equal to aggregate demand. Clear? It means when AS and AD both are equal, there will be no situation of excess production, means there will be no unwanted stock, because whatever the producer wanted to sell, all that is consumed, so there will be no stock left. Clear? And there will also be no shortage of output in relation to the demand, and whatever the consumers wants to have or wants to demand, that is fulfilled by the producer, so there will be no shortage of output or the in relation to the demand also. Clear? So in a situation of equilibrium output or GDP, there is no excess production situation left, or there is no shortage of output for the consumers. Clear? Apart from this, we also know that equality between AS and AD means equality between income and AD. We know from the previous chapter that AS is equal to Y. We have done this earlier. How? Why? Because whatever is being produced by the suppliers, all will be converted into income. So basically Y is equal to AS. So if we are saying that at equilibrium AS is equal to AD, it means we are saying that income is equal to AD. Clear? Now we have to remember some point again. First of all, we are just referring to two sector model in the economy, means the macroeconomics which we are studying, we are just referring to two sector model, means household sector and producer sector. There is no third sector present here. Clear? Second thing, AS is the planned output, means it is the ex ante supply, means whatever is planned by the producer to produce, they are wishing it to produce. Clear? They are not actually produced it, but they wish to produce such. Clear? So it is known as ex ante supply. The concept of planned is known as ex ante. Clear? AD is also planned expenditure, means what the consumer wants to spend or wish to spend. They are not actually spending, they just want to spend it, they wish to spend it. Clear? And such type of planned expenditure is also known as ex ante demand. So basically whatever the planned concept is, it is ex ante. Clear? And fourth point which we have done in the first unit, income determination, yeah, national income, that employment, income, output, expenditure, all are synonyms, because whatever is being produced, the consumers will purchase them, it will convert into their expenditure. Whatever will be produced, that will convert it into income, and whatever be the income, that will be given to the factors of productions, means employment would be given to them. Clear? So these four are synonyms to one another. And also in the equilibrium, if we are saying AS is equal to AD, then their components are also equal. Y means component of Y are consumption and saving, because some part of income is consumed and some part of income is saved. When AS is equal to Y, it means Y is equal to C plus S. So AS is C plus Y. Clear? And AD's components are C plus I. C refers to consumption by household and I refers to investment by producers. Clear? Expenditure is done by by both household and producer, so the expenditure will be total of expenditure by household on consumption goods and expenditure by producers on investment goods. Clear? So if AS is equal to AD, it means C plus S is equal to C plus I. Clear? Now look at this equation. You are seeing that C is common on both sides, so we can cut it out and we'll have an equation S is equal to I, means saving is equal to investment. Clear? So under equilibrium, AS is equal to AD as well as S is equal to I. Remember that both these all of these concept, AS, AD, as savings or investment, all are planned concept. These all are planned concept, not actual concept. That's why they are termed as ex ante. Ex ante supply, ex ante demand, ex ante savings or ex ante investment. Clear? So ex ante refers to planned concepts.